after a serious upheaval when her father left, she became suffering from separation anxiety, which turned into school phobia, so I couldn't get her back into school. So with some help through school to start with that didn't succeed, we ended up having to pull her because by this point she'd missed up to 6 months of school. So we discussed homeschooling quite in depth, and then from there we researched for a few months on the internet and kind of went into it very blind. There's not very many guidelines. You get inspected if you're doing it really well once a year. If you're not, they'll come back every 6 months. If it's worse than that, every 3 months. And if you're really not doing it, then they can make you go back to school. And apart from that, you get nothing. So I went onto the internet, I found the national curriculum. I'm studying to be a teaching assistant, so I already had primary frameworks for literacy and numeracy. So I use that and the national curriculum. But you don't even have to follow the national curriculum. As long as you can be seen to developing your child, then that's it. I know of one other, which is my best friend, who homeschools her daughter, but I would presume there is more because when the assessors are here, they always say, right, I've got to go because I've got another appointment. So there is other people out there, and that's what we want to do. We want to tap into that resource of other people, and that's why we're trying to do this, try to find other people in surrounding areas that's maybe done it through choice from birth or being in a problem and had to homeschool. It'd be great if we could have a group of homeschooling parents. We're going to set a website up which is in progress at the moment just to try and get other people out there, and basically the more brain power the better, because we have no help, no support, no funding, no nothing. So if there's more of us, then hopefully it'll become easier within the group. I'm hoping Ria will go back to school for high school, and we've discussed it, and we discuss it a lot so that the idea will become planted back into her that she needs to go to school, because when it comes to GCSEs, I don't think I'd like to tackle that. We make sure she goes to dance clubs, she goes out quite a lot, she sees her friends, and it is the big taboo. Anyone that does homeschooling will say, what about socialising? And they assume that they don't get it. But you have to make sure they do. So she goes to dance clubs, she sees her best friend, we go out on monthly trips, so we try that way basically. We study everything from English, maths, geography, RE, history. The girls are learning Spanish with me because I take a Spanish course. It's varied, and it's time management basically. She won't have 2 weeks coming up in April, she'll have a week off and work a week so that we can give them more flexible time, because with it being one-on-one schooling, it's a lot more intense. So we find little breaks a bit more often, gives them the refresher, time to breathe before she starts again. We get assessed once a year if we're doing well, and that is it. I regularly test Ria. I go out and buy past test papers, and I will sit her on a table on her own and make her do the test. If she says to me, I don't understand this question, I'll reword it for her, and that's it. So we have to test as regular as we can just to see that they are absorbing it and are moving on. Support and guidance. I know we get assessed, but that's it. For a year, we have nobody. It's scary. You haven't got anyone to ask. I'm okay because I have a very helpful school, but if I didn't have that, then I'd have nothing. Just help, guidance, even grants as such, because we pay for everything on our own. There's absolutely no help for us. And the look is when somebody says, oh, why are you not at school? And then you say the homeschool. And then that person will generally look at you, and you can see things whirring through their minds. And at first it really, really hurts, because they look at you as if to say, you're a bit of a strange one, you aren't you? But we're not. It's because we've been failed by the educational system and we've had nothing else. So we've had to take something on board. Now it doesn't bother us as much, but it's still there, and you still get the odd funny looks, and you learn to live with it. But take Ria into town in an afternoon, and even Ria will tell you, everyone stares at her as if to say, why are you not in school? I want people to become aware that there is homeschooling. It isn't taboo. It's what we needed to do. Some people have the choice to do it from birth, but it's what we needed to do. And I want more recognition for homeschooling and homeschooling parents. And I want a group of us to build and basically just become a community of homeschooling parents to support each other, to give us what nobody else will give us.
It's fun. It's not a bit boring like school. And it helps me learn a bit more as well.